Essential question. Why is helping a new student a responsible thing to do? A New Friend at School by Tanya Anderson, illustrated by Peter Francis. A new student is in my class today. My teacher needs someone to show the new student around. I want to help. I raise my hand and say, I will. I smile at the new student. Then I tell him my name. What's your name? I ask him. I want him to feel at home here. He smiles and says his name is Patrick. My teacher thanks me for being kind. He explains that Patrick wants to learn about the school and that I will give him a tour of the building. He gives me a list of all the places we should visit. The first place is the art room. Art room. Patrick and I step into the art room. On the door, we see the letters A, R, and T. I show him the work tables. Then we look at the supplies. I show him the paper and crayons. I point to the paint and brushes. I tell Patrick that art class is fun. He tells me that he likes to draw pictures. I like to do that too. Music room. Next, we walk to the music room. We say hello to the music teacher. She shows us a few instruments that we will play in class. Patrick smiles and says he likes music a lot. Lunchroom. We walk into the empty lunchroom. It is too early for lunch. I remember how confusing lunchtime was at first. I tell Patrick, you can sit with me at lunch. I will introduce you to my friends. He smiles and responds, thank you. I would like that. The library. The next place is my favorite of all. It is the library. Shelves fill the room with rows and rows of books. I remind Patrick to whisper. It is story time now, and the class is listening to the librarian read aloud. I show Patrick where he can find lots of picture books. Some are about animals. Some are fairy tales. As we leave, he tells me, the library is my favorite room. Our classroom. We both return to our classroom. I point out where we sit when we read stories. I show him the jars of beans and flashcards we use for adding and subtracting during math. Patrick thanks me for showing him the school. I smile and say, you're welcome. My teacher is writing spelling words on the board. The first one is friend. I smile and look at Patrick. He smiles back at me. It is good to have a new friend. Can you trace the path these students took in the school? Glossary. A. Act. To behave in a particular way. Again. Once more. Around. To different parts of an area. Confusing. A form of the verb confuse. Mixed up. Fair. Treating people equally or the same. Introduce. To make known. Minute. A unit of time equal to 60 seconds. Poor.